what the heck is happening with the stock of Salesforce tonight? When the cloud software came in and reported, the stock was all over the map. People seem genuinely confused. I say we have to try to clear it up. How concerned should we be? Let's take a closer look with Marc Benioff. He's the co-founder, chair, and CEO of Salesforce to find out. Mr. Benioff, welcome back today.
Jim, how are you? It's great to be with you always.
Mark, I'm thrilled to see you. I see great things here. I see margins going up far more than I thought. I see the revenues just terrific. I also know you're a cautious person. No sense to be able to say, listen, given the currency, who knows where we're necessarily going to be. But I'm going to give you the floor to see if I see it correctly.
Oh, yeah, Jim, this was the best quarter we have ever had. I mean, look at this fourth quarter result. This is our first $10 billion quarter. Incredible. I mean, we had more than 400 deals over $1 million. But the real story in the quarter, Jim, is none of that. And yes, you could talk about foreign exchange. We lost a couple $100 million there. But the reality, Jim, is Agentforce. This is just the beginning of an incredible new chapter for Salesforce.
Is it possible that we see a lot of people still kicking the tires, Agentforce, because I'm hoping for that avalanche of customers, but it is a hard thing to do AI, and you have to convince some people. Are the people being convinced?
No, Jim, it's already been an avalanche. We're digging our way out of that. I mean, Jim, we did 5,000 deals for Agentforce in the quarter, 3,000 of which were paid. And some of our largest and most important customers are already deploying Agentforce. I've never seen anything go faster. It's really been incredible. And I think you've even been in touch with some of the CEOs of some of these companies, like Lennar. I mean, this has got to be one of our nation's largest and most important home builders. And they've been a great Salesforce customer for 8 years, running their sales and service and marketing and everything great with Lennar. But Jim, now they're deploying Agentforce, and the story is incredible. You know, they came to Dreamforce just like you did. They went back to Miami, where their headquarters is. And then all of a sudden what they did, Jim, was something really cool. They did a hackathon to figure out what should they be doing with Agentforce. And they found these incredible use cases, like they could provide 24/7, customer support for all of their homeowners, and they could sell them mortgages, and they could do insurance. They had a huge list. And so, their two co-CEOs, Stuart and John, got involved and put it together and prioritized. And I think we're going to transform.
Well, let's talk, because
totally
I think the world of Stuart. I thought the world of his dad. I've known the company for 40 years, and it's one of the best run, and I've argued that Toll could be given a run for the money. But so the other home builders will be thinking, what is Lennar's secret sauce? Because are they able to take people who would not be that important in the operation and pull them and make them more important?
Well, our goal is very simple, Jim, which is to make them a lot more profitable and to raise their revenues dramatically. And you'll have to talk to Stuart and John directly about the financials. But it is really cool. I'll tell you another great story in the quarter was Singapore Airlines, one of my favorite airlines, and great country, of course, but a great way to get there is Singapore Air. And they are deploying an agentic layer across the whole airline with Agentforce, so they can deliver just 24/7 world-class Singapore Air quality service and capability. And that was really awesome to see a customer in another country do a huge global deployment. This is going to be incredible. And we saw lots of other customers even deploy on the web and in Twitter and all these places without even our knowledge. Companies like Equinox and Remarkable as well, deploying rapidly with
let's talk about Dr. Albert Bourla. We both know him. Pfizer, one of the largest drug companies in the world. I Google Pfizer and Viva, and what comes up? Well, it turns out that Pfizer's reimagining the content supply chain at light speed at Viva. But I see that you're their provider.
Jim, this is amazing. We have our new life sciences cloud, and I'm talking to the CEOs of every single life sciences company.
Will you have others?
And yes, Pfizer signed. Oh, Jim, we have more than a couple.
This is the fastest growing vertical.
We have a great. Let's talk about Pfizer for just a second, though. Albert is amazing.
Yes,
you know that. But the big exciting news here for them is a whole new way to do everything from direct-to-consumer interaction to clinical trials. This kind of agentic layer, it's integrated into our life sciences cloud, Jim. So our life sciences cloud, of course, is built on our Customer 360 apps, which are sales and service and marketing and commerce and our platform. And Tableau and Slack, and then our data cloud, and then our agentic layer. Those are our three layers: our apps, our data, our agents. And that is all one piece of software, Jim. That's amazing. And they just take that, we repackage it as a life sciences cloud, and you get a whole new Pfizer.
Fabulous gross margins, great for Pfizer. Now, if all these are the case, why didn't you say that your revenues could be $1 billion more during this fiscal year?
Well, Jim, we are now only the third software company ever to deliver in the 40 billions. Right. That is incredible.
Well, do you know there's a fellow? Do you know a fellow by the name of Frank?
We were in the single billions, but there's another guy
in terms of.
We're now in the 40 billions.
Absolutely, that's great. But there's someone up there even higher.
And the margin and cash flow also is awesome. We're going to deploy
margins in the 30s. I love that. It was in the 20s before. New CFO. These are all great. But I wanted to ask you something. There is a company called Microsoft, and there's a fellow, I don't know him, Frank X. Shaw. He seems to not care for you. He is saying that you are a great marketer. He is saying that you are attacking Copilot. You're obsessed with Copilot. That's their product. I don't know what to say. He calls it a borderline obsession. He doesn't go and say it's a full obsession.
Oh, they've just got a really good case of Agentforce envy there at Microsoft, don't they, Jim? It's kind of amazing. This is what AI was meant to be.
No, I've seen it. I like it. I'm waiting for more commercials. It's the same 2 commercials in heavy rotation. How about another 10 commercials?
Jim, I think there's 2 more coming, and it's going to be very exciting. Everybody loves these commercials with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Is there a customer,
a big customer come to you?
The Agentforce product more.
Customers come to you and say, okay, what exactly are they doing here? I don't get it. It seems funny. It's like an open table, which we know because Bookings told me that they loved you. But I'm trying to figure out what someone's doing when they see that ad.
This has been the biggest brand development vehicle we've ever seen for our company. We've always done TV advertising and print advertising, but this is our most successful. I've never had so many people ask me about these ads, so it's worked perfectly for us. And look, the big story is the success of the product. Even us at Salesforce, we put the agentic layer, you might remember, in a few months ago. We've already done 300,000 customer interactions with it. It's incredible. Dramatically lower our cost on customer support and service. Now we have the new one coming for sales. We're going to be able to grow your revenues as well. This is a revolution. And here's the thing, Jim. For the last, 25 or 26 years now of Salesforce, we've have a total addressable market of several $100 billion in enterprise software. But you saw, Ark just said that this is a $3 to $11 trillion opportunity in digital labor. That is the big high-level story. We're moving from being a provider of software to help companies manage and share their information to being a provider of digital labor. So in each of the customers that we just talked about, in the example of Lennar, in Pfizer, in Singapore Air, in any of these companies, we're not just providing them software to help them manage their data and help them manage their, workforce. We're creating new digital agents and digital workers who are going out and providing capabilities directly to their customers. That's a huge new opportunity.
Okay, so let's distinguish between what a Copilot could do for a Pfizer or a Lennar and what Agentforce can do. Can you tell me what you think the differences are?
Well, Jim, I think that is really the core issue. Look at Salesforce. Go to help.salesforce.com, Jim, and you're going to be able to use Agentforce, or go to Remarkable, or go to Equinox, or go to one of our other customers, and you're seeing and using. If you go to Microsoft, can you use Copilot? Are they deploying it in their company on their customer support? No. And by the way, that's their customer's example as well. Look, Copilot's been a huge disappointment for customers. You know that. But look at Microsoft.com, and if you can find it running, please, would you send me a screenshot so I could see it? Because I've been looking for it for a couple years, and I can't see it.
So far, haven't seen it yet. I do want to ask about your...
Yeah, Jim, I know. It's crazy.
I do want to ask you about the executive changes. Because they're exciting. And I will miss Amy, who's sensational. But why don't you introduce in this call your new CFO, who is someone I've known from afar, but is spectacular.
Well, she's right here, actually, in my office. I should try to get her to come over. And of course, it's our really incredible longtime board member, Robin Washington, who everyone knows was the great CFO of Gilead, one of the great CFOs at Hyperion, was one of the top financial executives at PeopleSoft, is a board member of Google, so many incredible things. She's well known through the whole industry. And we did a really comprehensive search for our new CFO and COO, and we used Heidrick and Struggles. We had some great choices. And at the end of the search, Rob and I were talking, and I said, Robin, wouldn't you love to do this job and get back in the ring and come on, let's go do some great things? And she's like, yes, I'm going to join you. So I couldn't be more excited. She's right here.
She played
and I couldn't be happier. So I hope she's a little bit shy. She's not going to, I don't think she's going to come right over.
But she wasn't shy with the activists, was she?
I couldn't be more excited.
She was very much involved.
What's that?
She wasn't shy with the activists. She was very much involved in.
Oh, yeah. She was by my side, Jim. We talked about that. She was by my side, and they love her. And, of course, all of our investors love her. She's had such a great success with so many companies.
Tell her best of luck. And, Mark, congratulations on a great quarter. And I'm going to go hunt for a screenshot of Copilot.
Jim, I think you really should. I think it would be. Please, you could text it to me, Jim. I'd love to see it if you could find it.
I don't sleep. I'm just going to.
But you know where to find it on help.salesforce.com.
No,
right?
I play with it.
And if you want to see it on any of our other customers, I'm happy to show you Agentforce in action, helping them to lower their costs, make more money. I mean, this is a digital labor revolution, Jim. It's incredible.
Next time we talk Saks again, because that was such a great presentation. All right.
It's another great story.
All right, fantastic. That's Marc Benioff, CEO of Salesforce. Look, I think the Revs, the Martins.
It was our best quarter ever. We're so excited.
Look, I agree with you. But then again, I own it for my Travel Trust forever, and I'm not making any changes other than if it was where it was earlier, we would have bought some. Thank you, Mark. Great to see you. Bye.
Bye, Jim. Great to see you.
Everybody's back after the break.
Coming up, an interview in the interest of public safety and security. Don't miss Cramer's conversation with Axon. Next.